Hello students, in this video I'll explain the acetylation of salicylic acid and acidic nature of phenol. In the course reaction you have studied how to convert phenol into the salicylic acid. Now we'll study acetylation of salicylic acid. Now how this acetylation is carried out? Acetylation is carried out using either acetyl chloride or acetic anhydride or acetic anhydride. Okay, what is the formula of acetyl chloride? Formula of acetyl chloride is CH3COCl. It is a derivative of acetic acid. Acetic acid formula is CH3COOH. Okay, so OH group is replaced and we'll get acetyl chloride. So what is the general formula for these chloride? We call it as the acid chlorides. They are known as the acid chlorides. What is the general formula? RCOCl. This is the general formula for acid chloride. And one of the example is acetyl chloride, CH3COCl, where R is equal to CH. Now what is the acetic anhydride? Acetic anhydride obtained from acetic acid, CH3COOH. This is acetic acid. Anhydra, hydra means water, anhydride means without water. So take one more molecule of acetic acid, remove one water molecule using two molecules. So dehydration takes place, water is lost, anhydra we get. So remaining part is CH3CO, CH3CO twice and attach the oxygen. This is the remaining oxygen here. So this is the acetic anhydride obtained from acetic acid. Okay. What is the general formula? General formula is RCO twice attached oxygen. Okay. Or this can also be written RCO twice O. Okay. So we can carry out acetylation either using acetyl chloride or acetic anhydride. Okay. So in the syllabus we have got acetylation of salicylic acid using acetic anhydride. Okay, right? So let us study now acetylation of salicylic acid. What is the formula of salicylic acid? Salicylic acid is benzene ring attached to the OH, correct? In the Kolbe's reaction, at the ortho position we get the carboxylic acid from the carbon dioxide we get. So what I'll do now, I will rotate this structure, I will interchange the groups. So we have got COOH. Okay, then OH I'll write here. Compounds containing OH groups, compound containing NH2 group, they easily undergoes acetylation. So let me make use of now acetic anhydride CH3CO twice, CH3CO twice, attach the oxygen. Okay, and the reaction is generally carried out in the presence of acid medium. Okay, or we make use of concentrated sulfuric acid actually here. This is a salicylic acid. Okay, salicylic acid. And this one is a acetic anhydride. Right? Acetic anhydride. Now what you'll do? Yeah, there is a OH group. Okay. So now you remove the side product as acetic acid here, CH3COOH. You remove it. So one of the product is acetic acid, side product is acetic acid, and the main molecule we are interested in, the benzene ring, attached to the OH group, Okay. So yeah, we have got benzene ring attached to the COOH group. Then oxygen is there, correct? This will be attached to the remaining group here. What is the remaining group? COCH3. Okay. So I'll write the molecule again. We have got benzene ring. Benzene ring is attached to COOH. Okay. Then O, H is lost, H plus is lost. We'll get COCH3 group. Remember, CH3CO group is known as acetyl group. It is called as the acetyl group. So now we'll name the compound. This is mainly the salicylic acid. Which salicylic acid? Acetyl derivative. Therefore, it is called as the acetyl salicylic acid. Acetyl salicylic acid. Acetyl salicylic acid. Okay. This is a chemical name. And this is also known as the aspirin. You have heard about the aspirin. What is aspirin? Aspirin is a chemical drug. Okay. We take in the form of tablets now. Correct? Now what is the use of this drug, chemical drug? It will reduces pain. So it acts as a painkiller. It also reduces the fever. Okay, it can reduce the temperature. Also, it can reduce the inflammations. Okay, it can reduce the inflammation. So this is the use of the aspirin. Right? So what is the acetylation of salicylic acid? Salicylic acid reacts with acetic anhydride in the presence of acid medium or concentrated sulfuric acid to give the compound known as the acetyl salicylic acid. Acetyl salicylic acid, or it is also called as the aspirin. Right? Clear? Right? Now we are done with the first part. What is that first part? Acetylation of salicylic acid. Now we'll proceed the acidic nature of phenol. We have been writing some reaction where phenol reacts with the sodium hydroxide, and I told you people that it is acidic in nature. Phenol is acidic in nature. Now we'll study in detail about the acidic nature of phenols. Right? So let me go for the topic. Acidic nature of phenol. Acidic nature of phenol. Nature of phenol. Right? Acidic nature of phenol. Let me give you some examples why phenol act as the acid in nature. If it is acidic nature, it should react to the base, correct? So let me take the example. You know that phenol being acidic in nature, let me write acidic in nature, reacts with the sodium hydroxide. You know that sodium hydroxide is a base. Now, if it is a base, if there is an acid-base reaction, you should give salt and water. So we get now salt, ONA. H plus is lost. Okay, this is Na plus, OH minus. So OH minus can take H plus. Okay, to give salt and water, H2O. Right? Now this salt, you know the name of this salt. This is called sodium phenoxide. Sodium phenoxide. Sodium phenoxide. Not only sodium hydroxide, I can make the other stronger bases. Sodium is one of the stronger base when compared to sodium hydroxide. It also can react with the phenol to give sodium phenoxide, the salt, sodium phenoxide. But it will not form now water. Okay, sodium whenever it comes in contact with the water or comes in contact with acidic medium, they can liberate the hydrogen gas. To balance the equation, I need to take half the mole. So hydrogen gas liberated when you make the sodium metal. Sodium can also act as the base, but stronger base compared to sodium hydroxide. Right? Now, why these are acidic in nature? Why these are acidic in nature? Any substance is known as the acidic compound. Acidic compound if it is produces protons in the solution. For example, let me take phenol, same phenol let me take. Okay, according to Arrhenius concept, we study, what do you study? Any substance that produces H plus ion or protons in the solution are called as the acids. So phenol is acid because it can produce H plus ion. Now why it produces H plus ion? Why the bond breaks? So let us see here. We have got benzene ring attached to the oxygen, attached to the hydrogen here. Correct? Now there is a bond between oxygen and hydrogen. This bond is what bond? This bond is actually covalent bond. Is actually a covalent bond. You know that covalent bond is stronger bond, right? Now the carbon atom which is attached to oxygen, all the carbon atom present on benzene are sp2 hybridized. Okay, there can be sp3 hybridized some other molecule. Now we'll compare which is more electronegative carbon atom. sp2 carbon atom is more electronegative, okay, it is more electronegative compared to this one, compared to sp3 carbon atom. If it is more electronegative, it can pull what? Electron density from the oxygen, and oxygen in turn pull the electron density from the bond. Okay, this carbon atom, more electronegative carbon atom, can pull the electron density from the oxygen or from the bond, and oxygen in turn will withdraw the electrons from the OH bond. As a result, what will happen? So we'll get a partial negative charge on oxygen, partial positive charge, and there is a polarization. That means OH bond is a polar bond. It become polar. Okay, it become polar bond. Okay, polar OH. It is a polar OH molecule now. Now, whenever polarity is there, oxygen is more electronegative. So, electrons are very closer to the oxygen, and hydrogen atom will detach from the bond and lost as the H plus and lost as the H plus. So, negative charge remains on the oxygen atom. So, this is the reason why H plus is released in the solution, because of the more electronegative oxygen, which is also connected to then more electronegative carbon atom, which is sp2 hybridized. Clear? Now what will happen? Since there is a oxygen which is attached to the carbon atom, and you also know that oxygen has got lone pair of electrons. Okay, here we have written in the last class resonating structures. You know that oxygen also contains lone pair of electrons. Because of more electronegative carbon atom, so it can pull the electron pair toward itself, and double bond, pi bond, weaker bond breaks and form the negative charge, and it continues actually, correct? So this I explained in the last class. Negative charge on the ortho position, then double bond OH, and plus one lone pair remains. When the electrons are lost, we'll get positive charge. When carbon gets a extra bond, carbon gets a negative charge on the ortho position, right? This I explained in the last class. Let me show you that one. Okay, here it is. Due to pulsar effect, lone pair of the oxygen is involved in the resonance. That's why negative charges are there on what? Negative charges are there on the ortho and para position. Therefore, OH group directly attached to benzene is ortho para directing group. That's why most of the reactions we get, okay, always we get to ortho and para products. Sometimes para is a major product and ortho is a minor product, right? Yeah. Let me continue now. Clear? This is about the resonance. So it will undergo resonance here. Okay, resonance. It undergoes resonance. Whenever there is a OH group attached to benzene, electrons are donated to the benzene. So this effect under electronic effect, pulsar effect. Okay, so it exhibit pulsar effect. OH group attached to benzene exert pulsar effect. Electrons are donated. Remember, electron donated to the benzene plus donated. Right? Now we'll go back to the same reaction. Phenol dissolve in water. So phenol, when I dissolve in water, phenol, when I dissolve in water, water is a solvent. Correct? It will give phenoxide ion. It will give phenoxide ion. It will give phenoxide ion and H plus. H plus is a proton. Correct? Any substance that produces proton is acidic in nature. Therefore, phenol is acidic in nature. And this is a phenoxide ion that is formed. This is called as the phenoxide. Now there is a possibility. What is the possibility? possibility is that this O minus can take up H plus and you can get back the same phenol molecule. Possibility is there. If that is the case, if the backward reaction is more favorable, then it will not produce H plus ion. It won't be much acidic enough. Now, phenols are acidic enough. Why? Because O minus negative charge not available for H plus because it undergoes a resonance here. So even phenoxidine also undergoes a resonance here. It also undergoes resonance. Okay. So I'll write that now resonance again. Similar resonance. So what I'll get now? I have got actually the phenoxide ion O minus. O minus. It undergoes resonance similar way as that of the phenol molecule. So we'll get now different structures for these. Okay, double bond O and negative charge. Plus charge is not there on phenoxide. Okay, only negative charge is delocalized. Remember, it is a delocalized, not localized. Again, negative charge become bond, bond becomes charge. So it goes on like this. Okay. So it goes on like this, negative charge on the para, then double bond. So I can continue, it goes on continuous. Here you can also see that negative charge is present only on the ortho and para position. Okay. Here also next step will be you'll get the negative charge on the para position. Remember here negative charge is delocalized and becomes more stable. Therefore, phenoxide ion is more stable. Phenoxide ion becomes stable, due to resonance, due to resonance, due to resonance. That means O minus is not easily available to H plus, right? So H plus ion is now free. Clear? Now we have to study the derivatives of phenol. Which phenol molecule is more acidic and which is less acidic. Okay. So let's study the effect of substituents on acidic nature of phenol. So effect of substituent you have to study. Effect of substituents. Effect of substituents. Okay. There are two types of substituents. One is known as the electron withdrawing. Electron withdrawing groups. Okay, electron withdrawing groups, and we write it as the EWG, electron withdrawing groups. Other one is the electron donating groups, or electron releasing groups, donating or releasing groups. Okay, so I'll write it as the EDG, electron donating groups. So one example I'll give here. One is a nitro group. I'm going to take a nitro as the example. Here I'm taking CH3. Remember, alkyl groups are electron donating groups. This you have studied in a plus I effect. Okay, inductive effect you have studied. Here there is a electron withdrawing NO2 group, minus R effect. Okay. Now let me take. So when I got phenol, let me take phenol here. Phenol. Let me take here para-nitrophenol example. As the example, let me take para-nitrophenol. You know that both will form phenoxide. Both will form phenoxide. Okay. This also form phenoxide. Undergoes resonance. This also becomes stable. Here also we get phenoxide. Here also we get phenoxide O minus, and there is a NO2. Now question is which will be more stable? Is it this phenoxide or this nitrophenoxide? Which is more stable? If any one of is more stable, then that will be more acidic in nature. More the stable phenoxide ion, more acidic in nature. Okay. Now this phenoxide resonance you have already seen, right? Now let me write for this. So I'll write here this one again here. So we have now O minus. I'll split this in the form of bond O minus, double bond and plus. This is the actual structure of the nitro group. Now see here, you know that suppose there is no nitro group, negative charge is also delocalized on the benzene. That is there in both the cases. That is there on both the cases. It is possible. Also, nitro group is also taking care of the phenoxide ion. How it take care? See here. Okay. So negative charge becomes a bond. This bond can shift now. bond again shifts here. This bond can shift here. This bond also shifts here. So I'll write now the at final molecule I'm going to get. So double bond is here. Double bond O is here. This becomes the double bond now. Here becomes the double bond now. NO minus it is. Now double bond becomes single bond. O minus again. Then this is a positive charge. Which means nitro also take case in the stabilization of the phenox ion. So that also pulls the electron toward itself. That means remember, whenever electron withdrawing groups are there, they pull the electron towards itself, and phenoxide become more stable. Phenoxide become more stable. So you have to compare now. So there are two molecules. One is the phenol, other one is the para-nitrophenol. So what is the order for acidic nature? Electron withdrawing groups. Remember, electron withdrawing groups increases the stability of the phenoxide ion. Therefore, para-nitrophenol is more acidic compared to phenol, or phenol is less acidic compared to para-nitrophenol. What is the reason? So, electron withdrawing groups stabilizes the phenoxide ion more. Okay, phenoxide ion more than that of the phenoxide, simple phenoxide. Therefore, acidic nature of those compounds increases. Clear? Remember one thing here, electron withdrawing group generally increases the acidic nature of phenol because they can stabilize the phenoxide ion. Right? Let me take now electron donating groups. So I'll take now CH3 group. So phenol is the standard for me now. Phenol is the standard molecule. Now let me take benzene ring attached to the OH. Now at the para position, let me take CH3. Do remember this one, this molecule I discussed the classification. This is a para-cresol. This is a para-cresol. Both will produce what? Both will produce phenoxide ion. Correct? Both will produce a phenoxide ion. This will undergo resonance with the benzene alone. Here we have got, O minus phenoxide ion, and there is a CH3. You know that this is a resonance stabilized. That means electrons are going to the benzene ring. That means benzene become electron rich. So it is a negatively charged. Let me write like this. Okay. So electron is a highly So this phenoxide ion is a more negative in nature on the benzene. More electron density there on the benzene ring now because of delocalization. Now what will happen here? There is a CH3 group which is electron donating group. This also increases the electron density on what? Benzene. Already electrons are there, this also produces electrons. So more of electrons will be there on benzene. So what will happen now? Destabilization takes place. That means the stability decreases. So electron donating groups decreases. The stability of, they decreases the stability of phenoxide ion. Therefore, acidic nature decreases. Therefore, acidity or acidic nature decreases. Okay. Now we have to compare these two molecules. Okay. So order you remember for acidic order. Which is a more acidic now? Remember, electron donating group decreases the acidic nature of that phenol. That means phenol should be more acidic. Clear? Now we'll write together all the three examples. First one is which one? I wrote phenol is the standard for us. Phenol is the standard. Let me take example para-nitrophenol. Next one, let me write tresol. Para-methyl phenol it is. Correct? Tresol. Here we have electron withdrawing group. Electron withdrawing group increases acidic nature of phenol compared to phenol here. Okay, pure phenol. So nature is more. Now compare with the CH3. CH3 is electron donating group. This will destabilize or stability decreases for the phenoxide ion. the acidic nature also decreases. That means phenol is more acidic. So this is the order you have to remember. Okay, this is the order. So this is phenol molecule. This is a para-nitrophenol. Para-nitrophenol. And this is called as the para-cresol. Para-cresol. Clear? So in this video, we have discussed the two topics. One is known as the acetylation of salicylic acid to give aspirin, and the second one is acidic nature of phenol. Phenol is acidic in nature because it can react to the bases to give salt and water. Then you have studied effect of substituent on acidity of phenol, whether the acidity increases or acidity decreases. Clear? Yeah, that's all for this video. We'll see in the next video. Thank you for watching. If you're not subscribed RD Chemistry, please do subscribe and share the videos, like the videos. Thank you.